Awesome. Welcome. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Tonight, I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about Arbonne's 30 Days to Healthy Living program. First of all, I have some people here live, so if they have some questions, I'll just let you guys know as well. I'm going to start off by telling you guys a little bit about my story and why healthy living has helped me. Then I'm going to tell you guys a little bit of background about Arbonne and the company. And then I'm going to go through and tell you why Arbonne, why this 30-day program, and really go in depth on some of the products. And this may or may not be a fit for you, but you'll get the information today that can help you make a decision. So my name is Morgan. I got introduced to Arbonne about 8 years ago for the makeup and skincare line. What we do is teach people getting healthy from the inside out. I'm a makeup artist, love the makeup and skincare. I used that for about 4 years, and then 4 years later, I got hooked on the nutrition. I've had stomach issues my entire life, been to over 14 doctors, and nobody could ever tell me what was wrong with me. And I was always miserable and had stomach aches after everything I ate. And I finally actually went to a reflexologist one time, and she told me to do an elimination diet and getting rid of the allergenic and addictive foods and just getting your body back to like a baby's body. You know how you have to implement rice and, you know, the foods where they can have a clean gut and then you can find out their sensitivities. Well, that's what I did, but you know, I was never educated on going further. Sorry, we have somebody else coming in. Come on. Sorry about that. Hey, you're good. We're on here live. Come on in. So after I did that elimination diet, nobody could ever really give me advice on how to make that a lifestyle for me. So one workshop that I went to 4 years ago, I had the worst stomach ache, and my friend Evelyn was like, here, take this Digestion Plus. And I'm like, no way, nothing's ever worked for me. Why would this Arbonne stuff, nutrition, work? So I had this digestion enzyme, and within 20 minutes, I didn't have my stomach ache. And then over time, through about a 2-month period, I started having the protein shakes and all of the other products. And I just noticed every time I would have a liquid meal and cut out all the nasty crap from my body, I started feeling my best. So actually 6 months later, I decided to give in and do our 30-day to healthy living program and fell in love. I lost about 12 pounds in my first month and continued to lose more and have kept it off for 4 years. So that's a little bit about my story. So Arbonne is a 35-year-old health and wellness company. We're botanically based. We use all plant-based ingredients in our formulation. Our philosophy is pure, safe, and beneficial, and we've been that way since 1980. Most people just think that these companies are going green and vegan and gluten-free. We've actually been this way for 35 years. We also have a Swiss heritage. We adhere to European standards. Everything is dermatologist, pediatrician, ophthalmologist tested, hypoallergenic, no parabens, no mineral oil, no chemical dyes or fragrances in our personal care product line. And then everything's vegan certified, which means there's no antibiotics, growth hormones, pesticides from animals, or animal byproducts. We don't use any gluten, dairy, soy, GMOs, artificial additives, flavors, sugars, or colors. So I'm going to talk to you guys now about our program. Do you guys have any questions? You can help yourself too if you need anything. Okay, so our program is designed for weight loss. It's also designed for weight gain and also for weight maintenance. So for weight loss, this is for people who want to detoxify the body and lose weight in a healthy way. For people who also want to gain weight and build muscle. For example, when I do it, I want to lose weight, but I also still want to maintain my muscle. And when my husband does it with me, he wants to build muscle. So you can do it with your family. It doesn't have to just be for weight loss. And also can be for weight maintenance. Anybody, especially athletes, who just want to maintain and increase their performance, strength, and energy. Also for people who want to refocus, find balance, and just give their body a reset and a 30-day break from processed and inflammatory foods. Also for people who are looking to feel better and to understand how their body reacts to certain foods. And that's kind of where I was after being to all those doctors and knowing that I'm not allergic to anything, but having sensitivities is so different and can really inhibit your weight loss and just make you feel uncomfortable. And I was ready to just dial that in. And that's what I found on this program. And just for people to look better and feel better. So what it is, it's a 30-day mind and body detox and a clean whole foods-based eating program. Once you complete the program, you actually have lifelong tools that you can implement into your daily life. So you don't get done with your 30 days and say, now what? That's kind of where I was before and didn't know how to implement it into my life until I found Arbonne. What it is not. This is not a deprivation diet, and it is not a fast. Why I fell in love is because you actually get to eat on the program. I love to eat. I was actually in the back of the room with my arms crossed the first time I heard of it, and I'm like, there's no way I'm having a liquid meal. Like, I don't do those smoothie things. And you know what? I found that that actually aids your body in digestion, and you just feel awesome. But you also eat a couple meals on the side, and we'll get into that in a second. So we focus on 5 key areas of health. Number 1 is you want to eat clean. This plan focuses on eating clean, organic, whole foods, free of preservatives, additives, pesticides, hormones, antibiotics, artificial flavors, and other toxins. We focus on hormonally balancing your meals and increasing your nutrient intake. Also, we're going to increase our nutrient density. Due to the overabundance of pre-packaged and fast foods, many people today are overweight and malnourished. You carry toxic fat while you're starving for real nutrition. And that's kind of where I was before Arbonne. I didn't know what whole foods eating was. I didn't know what being vegan was or eating healthy. If you gave me a bag of potato chips, I'd sit down and eat the whole bag and realize, why am I hungry like 20 minutes later? So eating whole foods and drinking water and supplementing with nutrients to fill in your possible deficiencies created by mineral deficient farm soils can actually reverse this condition. And most of the foods where we get now is depleted with all the nutrients in the soil. We're going to eliminate allergenic and addictive foods and beverages. Again, like I said, we're really just getting back to a clean slate, eliminating allergenic and addictive foods. Acute and chronic allergies and intolerances are all add up so much by some that it estimates over 60 million Americans now suffer from allergies and millions more from sensitivities. So for me, I knew when I'd have dairy, I just felt really uncomfortable. That was one of the foods that I noticed immediately. But for me, when I had gluten, I always used to do a food journal, and I always felt fine right after I ate gluten. But then I never could understand why 2 or 3 or 4 days later I was getting these stomach aches and I just felt miserable. And this is what you're going to be able to actually pinpoint on our 30-day program. So we're going to eliminate allergenic and addictive foods and beverages. Here's a list, and here's something that you get on the program. This is called our cheat sheet. Okay, it looks just like this, and I'm going to go over this with you guys. Everything that we eliminate, I like to say that we put on the shelf for 30 days. It's not to say you can never, ever, ever have these foods again. We're going to find out if they serve your body. If they do, great. You can add them back in after your 30 days. If they don't, you know what your triggers are, and you shouldn't have them anymore. The first one is wheat and gluten. This is pastas, white rice, bread, cereals. And you're going to be able to replace it with brown rice, quinoa, amaranth, millet, spaghetti squash, quinoa, brown rice pasta. The next one is yeast. We're going to remove like breads and crackers, tortillas, any baked goods. But we're going to be able to replace it with some lettuce wraps, egg crepes, seaweed wraps, and also if you liked all those baked goods, we do have some delicious recipes for you. That's one thing that I fell in love with too. Not only are you eliminating these things, you get some replacements, but you also get a ton of recipes that help you make this transition. We're going to get rid of dairy, which is milk, cheese, yogurt, butter, and replace it with non-dairy alternatives that you see all over the place now, like almond milk, rice milk, coconut milk, nutritional yeast. Getting rid of soy sauces, soy products, and we're going to replace it with liquid aminos, sea salt, and no salt seasonings. And soy is it has a lot of estrogen in it, and that really can actually throw off your hormones, not only for women, but for men as well. And then back to the yeast promoting products, a lot of us have a candida yeast overgrowth in our body, and I didn't quite know what that was, but I like to explain it for me. It's when those cravings start to come up. And for me, it was when I'd have a glass of wine and I wanted to reach for the bread, the garlic, and the olive oil. It was just these cravings that your body had. We're actually going to get rid of that candida yeast overgrowth in your body so you actually can diminish the food cravings. We're going to get rid of sugar as well because the candida feeds on yeast and sugars. We're going to get rid of the artificial sugars and replace with like stevia. Getting rid of alcohol. We all know why we do that, especially if you're going to detox. But we can replace it with some detox tea, green tea, herbal teas, and we have some really good mocktail recipes. Anything acidic, coffee, sodas, juices, sports drinks. Again, you guys, an acidic body is a breeding ground for cancer, disease, and inflammation. So if you've never done a detox or gotten rid of any acidic products in your daily life, it's really time to do that. And I like to recommend a cleanse when the seasons change. So now is perfect. Vinegars, we're getting rid of salad dressings, mayonnaise, mustard, salsas, some salsas. And we're going to replace with fresh lemon and lime, apple cider vinegar, hummus. We also, for me, I was like, gosh, I can't get rid of my ketchup or my ranch and things like that. We actually have some alternatives that you can make from home that are a lot healthier. And again, the biggest thing is processed foods we're eliminating, like the boxed and processed foods. You know how people say don't shop in all the aisles of the grocery store, focus on the perimeter? That's what we're going to be doing on this program. So then the next one is we're going to be balancing our blood sugar. Healthy living encourages eating low on the glycemic index and the glycemic load for many reasons. The high, moderate, and low glycemic index is a measure of how a given food affects your blood sugar levels, with each food being assigned a number rating. So basically, the foods we're eating, we're not going to be spiking our insulin. Basically, that's our fat storing hormone. So we're going to be eating every 4 to 6 hours. We're not going to be snacking throughout the program unless you're doing this for weight maintenance. The next one is we're going to be supporting our elimination organs. We wouldn't think about going a day without brushing our teeth, let alone years and years, but we can't, you know, go our whole life without doing a detox. So it's something that you got to implement into your life. Let's see here. Also, you can hold up to 5 to 25 pounds of waste in your large intestine, which is your colon. All elimination organs need a tune-up and proper maintenance. I say it's kind of like changing the oil of your car, right? Like, how long can you go? Only about 3,000 miles, right, before you need an oil change. And what happens if you don't do that? Your car starts shutting down. It doesn't work properly, things like that. Same with our body. If you don't give your intestines and your internal organs a cleanup, then you're going to just start feeling fatigued and not having the energy that we need. So I'm going to go into this eating program is all about being supported by Arbonne's nutrition products, which I'm going to go into right now. So the first one is our protein shake. Will you tell me the protein? This is our vegan protein. I absolutely love this. We have chocolate and we have vanilla. Hey, how are you? Come on in. I personally, my favorite is the chocolate. I actually like doing 1 scoop of each. And we have vanilla as well. This has 20 grams of vegan protein. It's from cranberry, brown rice, and pea protein. I love this because I can have a full meal and it keeps me full for a good 4 to 5 hours. And it's really easy on your digestive system. So I'll pass this around. You can take a peek. And then the next one is our fiber. Awesome. I love it. I have my Vanna Whites over there for me. So this is our fiber. I always recommend putting a scoop of fiber in each of your protein shakes. What this is going to do, this is a soluble fiber, so it actually binds to the sugar in your body to pull them through your body rather than storing the sugars as fat in our body. This is essential for helping you stay full as well. It also, 1 scoop has half your daily recommendation of fiber for the day. So I do 2 shakes a day, so there's my whole recommendation of fiber. And they say if you get the adequate amount of fiber a day for a year, you'll automatically lose 9 pounds. Is that crazy? The next one is our fizzies. I love these fizzies. Okay, so this is going to be your alternative, if you can see this, for those acidic drinks that we were talking about that we eliminate, like the coffee, the sodas, the black teas, energy drinks, things like that. This is our healthy alternative. It kind of looks like a Crystal Light packet. It's full of green tea and your B vitamins. So you just mix it with water and you can drink it throughout the day. You know, you can have up to 3 of these a day. I personally love it first thing in the morning. It just kind of gives me that boost of energy. Or if you hit your 2 o'clock slump, something really good to do too. And these come in citrus and pomegranate. And then let's do the digestion plus. So these I call the magic sticks. This is kind of what I was talking about earlier when I had my stomach ache. I had one of those digestion pluses, and within 20 minutes I didn't have my stomach ache. What this is your prebiotic, your probiotic, and a digestive enzyme. It's a powder, so you don't have to take all of these pills, and it's actually activated when it hits liquid. I take this first thing in the morning with 4 ounces of water. You just mix it in there and you just chug it. or you can just put it under your tongue, which that's what I usually do now, like a champ, right? The biggest difference is most probiotics aren't paired with a prebiotic. A prebiotic is like the food for the probiotics to multiply them by tens of thousands to work in our gut. Also, it's paired with a digestive enzyme. So most people with tummy problems aren't able to... Oh yeah, 11 digestive enzymes. Thanks, Heather. This helps you break down the carbs, the lactose, the fat that your body can't do on a normal basis. I also love to keep these in my purse. So if I am out and about and I eat something that I shouldn't have, I just take one of these and I don't have my stomach ache anymore. Again, I want to really emphasize, most people say, oh, I'm taking probiotics. I don't need that. Well, here's the difference. Like I said, we have all European standards on our products. So we actually use a strain called Bacillus coagulans in our probiotic, which is the strongest strain that actually survives your gastric juices to where it actually needs to work in your small intestines, which most actually lose its effectiveness in your gut. And a healthy gut is a happy, healthy person. 80% of our immune system is in our intestines. The next one is our detox tea. This is a caffeine-free milk thistle detox tea. You guys can see that? Yes, I love this. Heather says it doesn't make you poop either right away. That was her fear. No, trust me, with all my stomach aches and going to all these doctors, I have been on every single cleanse and poopy tea you could imagine. Just gotta be real here. I know there's people out there thinking that. This actually is going to cleanse your liver and kidneys, which is your key detoxifying organs. I love this. Love this tea. You can do it hot or iced. I actually like to add a fizzy stick in with it. Yes. And the next one, remember when I talked about supporting your elimination organs? A lot of times people say, gosh, I eat clean all the time. Okay. Well, not only are we ingesting toxins from the foods we eat, but also from the products that we use on our skin, cosmetics, our lotions, everything like that. What? Oh, yeah, and our environment, all that good stuff. Well, you need some assisting in that area. So what this 7-day body cleanse is, you get 7 little packets, and you actually learn how to use this throughout your 30-day program. You're going to mix one of these packets with 32 ounces of water, and you're going to drink it slowly throughout the day. This is not something you want to chug, something you want to sip on throughout the day, because it actually needs time to work through all that gunk in our intestines. So if you actually just chug it, it just kind of sits there and it doesn't work effectively, and then you kind of get a bellyache. So you want to sip it slowly. What this does, it actually pulls the toxins that are floating around in our body and from our organs straight to our colon, so it helps us eliminate them. This help, I like to say, if you're going to the bathroom once a day, helps you go twice a day. You should not be in the bathroom with this. Let's see, what's the next one? Oh yeah. So with that, we have a special going on right now. You can actually get 40% off this whole nutrition program, and you can get a free $50 product. I personally recommend adding these greens. 1 scoop is a full serving of your fruits and your veggies. It has your blend of yellows, reds, omegas, blues. For me, I just normally put spinach or kale in my shake. I'm just getting one certain kind of veggie. Don't really eat other veggies throughout the day. But this, I know I'm actually getting everything that I need. So pass that around. So that's a little bit about the products that you get on the program. There are some add-ons that I like to just briefly share. If you are an athlete, we do have an amazing workout line, which I'm not going to go into too much, but these are some great weight maintenance products. We have a thermo booster. These are pills that you would take, one with breakfast, one with lunch. The key ingredient is sphedol, which is from the green coffee bean extract, which helps speed up your metabolism. It creates thermogenesis in your body and also helps create lean muscle mass. I swear by these. I love them. And then the next one is our full control. This is for people like me who have a problem with portion control. Who has a problem with portion control, right? Almost every single person in here. Okay, everybody needs this product. This is probably one of my favorite products. It's a powder. It tastes like watermelon kiwi, and you put in a little scoop with 8 ounces of water over ice, or it tastes amazing. Actually helps me get in all my water. And it has a fiber called glucomannan. It expands in our stomach like a sponge, so it helps us stay full. So it kind of, if you see that piece of cake or that bag of chips, for me, I could just easily walk by it and I say, you know what, like, balances your blood sugars out, and you don't want to reach for those bad foods that you normally do. I also love it too. If I come home and I'm making dinner, usually I just want to snack and eat everything. I take this before I start cooking, and it just kind of helps me not reach for all those munchies that I like. Okay, let's see here. So a little bit of overview on what exactly does this entail. We eat hormonally balanced, and what that means is you get this cheat sheet. Looks like that little pie chart. You guys all see that? Okay. So even today, say you don't get Arbonne's program and you're just like, I want to just implement one thing today. This is what you want to hear. If you can have your plate, half of it with vegetables, a quarter lean protein, an eighth a healthy carb, so like brown rice, quinoa, amaranth, millet, things like that, and an eighth of your plate a healthy fat, you're hormonally balancing your meals. You're actually giving your body all the nutrients it needs to stay full. So I have a lot of clients who are usually like, gosh, you know what? I'm always starving every 2 hours. I'm like, great, show me what you're eating. This is before they start our program. For example, my mom, if you're listening, she will just eat all this protein and she doesn't touch her carbs or healthy fat. And most women especially have a bad conception of healthy fat and carbs, you're going to gain weight. But your body, if you aren't getting those foods, you're restricting your body of so many nutrients. And then you kind of go into starvation mode. And once you actually start having those foods again, that you actually start gaining weight. So we're actually balancing our meals out with this. And here's a perfect example of how you want to eat. You want to eat every 4 to 6 hours. So for me, I wake up, let's say at 6:30 in the morning. My first thing I'm going to do is have my Digestion Plus, the prebiotic, probiotic, and a digestive enzyme. Then I'm going to be making my shake. And not only does my meals want to look like this if they're hand-to-mouth meal, but also in your smoothies as well. So my smoothie would look like unsweetened almond milk, because I'm getting rid of dairy. I'm going to be putting 1 or 2 handfuls of kale or spinach or my greens, one or the other, or both. Then my protein is going to be 2 scoops of our protein. Shoot. Yep. And will you go get the charger for me? In the office? Yeah, right to the right. There's a black little stand. The charger's right in there. If we die, we'll be back. And then